What is Mark trying to communicate to us about who Jesus is? You know, in the first 3 to 4 chapters, we get a couple things about Jesus that Mark is trying to communicate. One of those things is that Jesus is in fact the Lord of the Sabbath. Jesus is doing things on the Sabbath day that the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the scribes, those in that day would be astonished or be amazed, because in their minds there were certain things that you weren't supposed to do on the Sabbath. And Jesus is actually performing miracles. He's healing people. He's forgiving sins on the Sabbath. If anything, he's doing works on the Sabbath. And these works, according to the scriptures, are good works. Jesus asked the question, should a person do good or do evil on the Sabbath? Should a person give life or take life on the Sabbath? And again, Mark is trying to communicate something about who Jesus is. And one of those things is that he is in fact the Lord, the Son of Man, the Lord of the Sabbath. Something else that we see that's pretty interesting, that's communicated in the gospel according to Mark, is the astonishment of the people. Again, in the first 4 chapters, we see Jesus performing many things, Jesus teaching in the synagogues, and many are astonished or amazed at who he is and how he has such authority to teach the way he teaches. Even his disciples were astonished when in chapter 4, he calms the winds, he calms the seas. It says that they were fearful. They were fearful. Now, I don't think this fearful was a fearful thing like, oh my goodness, a ghost. I think it's something else that once again, Mark is trying to communicate to us about who Jesus is. Join me as I read through the Gospel of Mark in the next few weeks. Grace and peace.